Have you ever wanted to just get up and go? Jump on a boat and sail into the sunset, to live the cliche. Joel and myself got on a Hobie cat, aka a floating deck chair, and started sailing north on what would be the start of a truly epic adventure, sailing along the beautiful Australian coastline. An adventure that would make us feel like the only people in the world, escaping the fast pace of life and cruise in idyllic, glassy, calm waters. At least that's what we thought would happen.
Hold on.
Where the wind has stopped, our backup motor has now stopped.
Don't worry, it wasn't all like that. Our goal was pretty simple. Sail north from the Sunshine Coast, and if we were lucky, we'd make it to Great Keppel Island. In my mind, that was the end goal, but I knew realistically we probably wouldn't make it that far. So why a Hobie cat, and why now? For that, we need to understand how I came to this point in the first place. Since we are born, most of us have an affliction to this substance we call water. Our bodies are made of it, and life on Earth needs it to survive. Water is unification. It joins our continents. It's a yin and yang of life. It can be turbulent and calm, fast and slow. It can create fear and inspiration. It harbours life, yet it can also cause death. Water for me is curiosity. What lies at the bottom of the canyon where the water flows? Or at the bend in the creek ahead? I have spent my life as a photographer, seeking out and taking photos of places that always seem to contain water, whether it's in the canyon, under the waves, or by the sea. A few of us here on Earth share this insatiable need for adventure. For me, the ultimate adventure is to sail around the world. My inspiration came from reading Jesse Martin's book Lionheart, a biography written by a kid who had the guts to leave the safety of his home and circumnavigate around Earth. Most of us get stuck in a daily cycle. We wake up, check the phone, work, eat, sleep, repeat. To make this cycle harder, this happened.
A SARS-like virus, which has infected hundreds in China, has now reached the United States.
Coronavirus cases on board a luxury cruise ship quarantined off the coast of Japan has spiked, with 4 Australians among 66 new passengers testing.
All of a sudden, everything has changed. That water has hit the rocks and it's exploded everywhere. Trips overseas, banned. Trips interstate, banned. Trips outside of the house, banned. Well, almost. For me, COVID-19 gave me more spare time to go and do things like watching YouTube videos. Vlogs like sailing La Vagabond, Gone with the Winds, SV Zatara, and lots more. As much as I love the fact that I can live the lives through these amazing people with some odd sense of voyeurism, the inner adventurer is still calling me. It was during one of these YouTube binge sessions, this time I was showing my son the Jesse Martin story on YouTube, that it hit me. Hobie cat. This seems to me like the most logical solution to fulfill that sense of adventure. It's affordable and it can fast track my own sailing adventure. So the planning process began. Doing a trip like this alone would be dangerous. I wanted to take my son or my daughter with me, but he is only 10 and she is 12. I don't have enough experience sailing to fully understand the risks. I spent my life on water, but still, my sailing experience wasn't enough to put my own children at risk, so I had to try figure out something else. I needed somebody else on board to help with ballast in strong winds and to prevent capsizing. I also needed somebody to operate the boat and help in situations where I may be indisposed or have fallen overboard. The problem was, I needed to find a fellow waterman who, like me, was not quite right in the head. Somebody nutty enough to not shower, wear the same clothes, and sit on an exposed floating pontoon out at sea. When it comes to all of these attributes, there is one person that ticks every single box. Joel, aka the Coastal Cowboy. Yes, literally, that's what he calls himself. I've never asked him why, and frankly, if I did, I would probably end up with more questions than answers. So, I sent Joel a detailed text message. Oi, sail from here to Great Keppel Island with me. Without time for the little dots to come up and say that he was typing, he had already replied. It was settled. I was committing myself to a small confined space, out at sea, on a floating deck chair with the Coastal Cowboy. It was at this point I started doubting my decisions. On the next episode, I'll go through my gear preparation, what I took, and where we started with our adventure. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.